back to my channel. My name is Catherine and today I am going to be doing the Winnie the Pooh pathology test. So if you don't know, there is this theory, a conspiracy if you will, that each of the characters in the Winnie the Pooh universe represent a different mental illness or learning disability, and not gonna lie, that sort of ruined my childhood. I think I've talked about it in a video before, like a year ago or something, but if you don't know, I was diagnosed with anxiety when I was 15. I'm now 20 and my anxiety has just pretty much stayed the same. It's been pretty steady, but it's been, for want of a better word, crippling. So I thought it would be interesting to see what this pathology test has to say. If you're wondering, from Tico Dolan on Twitter, they've said Pooh represents impulsivity. I've also heard that he represents an eating disorder. I'm not too sure. Piglet is anxiety, Roo is autism, Tigger is ADHD, Eeyore is depression, Rabbit is OCD, Kanga is social anxiety, and Owl is dyslexia. Also, Christopher Robin is supposedly schizophrenia. Also, I find it a little trippy that when I was a kid, Piglet was my favourite character, and now I have anxiety. Coincidence?
I think not!
Anyway, let's get started. I'm gonna shuffle over this way so I can put the questions here. Attention! This test provides information on personality styles for educational purposes only. The information is provided as is and should not be construed to constitute, oh my god, there's so many big words, constitute professional services or warranties of any kind. Don't let this test diagnose you, pretty much. See a professional to be diagnosed. I take care to spend my money wisely so that I can handle an unforeseen situation. If you know me, then you'll know that I'm very bad at saving money, so disagree. I often think that interactions with other people are just more trouble than they're worth. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If I can get out of human interaction, then I will. Agree. Slightly agree. If a good thing comes my way, I don't feel happy about it. I don't feel I deserve to be happy. I try and make the most out of happy situations. I feel like if I'm having a really good day, then I'll be really happy about it. There definitely were times where I felt like that, but nowadays, not so much. I am often told that I am very correct. I'm often told that I'm a very correct and respected person. I mean, I don't get told that people respect me. People just don't come up to me and say,
I respect you.
Am I a correct person? I don't know. Maybe slightly agree. I am almost never happy and can't really think of anything that would make me happy. Disagree. My life is going very good at the moment, even though we're in quarantine. People sometimes tell me I give unrelated answers to their questions. Not really. I definitely have spoken to people like that. You ask them a question and they sort of like rant about it. You're like, that's not what I asked. I am undersensitive to social cues and the prospect of danger. No, I'm pretty sensitive to that. I sometimes think that I have powers that other people would not be able to understand. Not really. No. Even when things are going fine for me, I'm anxious that it won't last. Yeah, sometimes. Honestly, yeah, I do get like that sometimes. Like if I'm spending time with my family, or you know, now like we're video chatting our family and stuff, I always just get kind of sad and nervous because obviously the video chat can't go on forever, you know. I'd say yes. I finish my work and chores before tending to hobbies and fun. Disagree. I frequently lose things, forget where I put my stuff. Sometimes I do. Like I'll put something down. Oh my god, I lose my phone all the time. All the time. I feel better about making big decisions if I get others to suggest a course of action and then follow that. I don't know. I don't like making big decisions, especially decisions that can, you know, might have a larger consequence. Like I can't even choose where I want to eat. I'm so indecisive and I get really nervous about making decisions. That's part of my anxiety. So I do not feel better about making big decisions. I'm gonna disagree. I'm uncomfortable around strangers and sometimes fantasize that they will hurt me. I mean, I am uncomfortable around strangers, but I don't fantasize that they will hurt me. Disagree? I don't feel that things are under control unless I am in charge. Yes. That is part of my anxiety as well. I'm quick to act on a whim, thinking little about the negative consequences of my actions. Strongly disagree. I always have to, you know, I like to have an idea of how things will pan out. I very rarely do things impulsively. Sometimes people smile at me in the street and I don't really know why. Honestly, I'm the person that smiles at strangers in the street. If I make eye contact with a stranger, if I'm walking one way, they're walking the other way, and we make eye contact, I will smile at them. And 9 times out of 10, they don't smile back. I take things too literally, so that I often miss the intention behind what people are trying to say. Honestly, yeah, sometimes. I seem to have so much energy that I can sometimes be exhausting or annoying to others. Honestly, I think that I'm really annoying to people, so maybe agree. I just think my personality is sort of annoying, but I don't know. I've never had someone tell me you're really annoying, apart from my siblings, but you know. When I'm alone, I sometimes feel as if there is something or someone watching me. Oh my god, constantly. All the time. I do this thing where if I leave my room, like if it's the middle of the night and I need to go pee or something, and I leave my room and then I come back in, I have to check behind my door to just make sure that no one's there. Hello, I just want to clarify this because it probably sounds a little weird. I'm not scared that there's people in my house. Well, I am sort of. I'm terrified of the dark. I'm scared that there's monsters in the dark, which now that I'm saying that out loud probably sounds more weird. But yeah, I'm just sort of scared that like I'm not alone in the dark, if that makes sense. I'm also just sort of scared that someone is going to break into my house. Like, you know when you hear like your house just makes weird noises and your walls like crack and stuff and they make weird noises. I'm scared that like that's a person in my house. I don't know why I get like that. Any noise that my house makes, I'm instantly like, oh my god, it's a murderer coming to kill me. I don't know, that's how my brain works. I watch a lot of crime shows and yeah, I just wanted to clarify. Okay, thanks. And I can't sleep with my door open because I'm scared that, you know, someone's watching me through the crack in my door or something, you know, like, I can't. Also in public, like I just always feel like people are staring at me, even though they're not. 9 times out of 10 they're not. Like people are focused on what they're doing. Just to clarify this as well, just because I feel like I didn't make a whole lot of sense, or I don't know, but I'm quite sensitive to other people's opinions of me, and I just feel like people are just judging me all the time. So yeah, that's what I mean by feeling like people are staring at me. I frequently have problems staying with the task at hand. Agree. A little. Yeah, sometimes I get distracted, especially if I'm really bored. Then I'll get distracted. People think I say strange things. In my mind, I am sure they talk about me behind my back, picking apart every little thing I said or did. I've never related to something so much. It's sort of like that thing where, you know, in school or something where people behind you will start laughing and you instantly think that they're laughing at you. I felt that constantly, all the time. I will strongly agree. When things get too boring, I feel compelled to start adding a little colour to the situation to get the party started. No, not really. I mean, yes and no. Sometimes if things are boring, obviously I'm too awkward to draw attention to myself, you know, by doing something to make it fun. I also like, you know, I want people to have a good time. You know what I mean? Like if we're on a night out, I want to make sure that everyone's having a good time. But within saying that, I don't go above and beyond to, you know, like I don't want to be the center of attention. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Take a drink every time I say, does that make sense? Do you know what I mean? Or do you get what I mean? Or, you know.
I'm so annoying.
My thoughts have a tendency to run in strange loops and dwell on weird themes, and I wish I could get rid of this. Weird themes? Not really. I overthink, but I don't think that's what this question's asking. My thoughts jump from topic to topic with little consistency or control. Sometimes, but not to like a drastic extent. Disagree. The thought of having no one in my corner to look out for me makes me seriously afraid. Yeah, I'd say it would. I'm quite scared. It's weird because I'm scared of being alone, but I'm also really introverted. So I get most of my energy from being alone. I don't know. It's weird. It's complicated. I'm gonna say agree to that one. Talk more and think faster than others. I barely talk at all. I'm pretty quiet usually. I'm always worried about one thing or another. Yes. I worry about everything. When I start feeling down, it's as if I keep sinking until I've hit rock bottom. Yeah, sometimes. That normally like happens when I'm overthinking something. I'll just think of like something sad that happened in life, and then I'll overthink and think of another sad thing and then another sad thing, and I'll just make myself really upset because I keep thinking of sad things. Sarcasm and tone of voice are often lost on me. No, I understand sarcasm. And tone. I overanalyze people's tone actually, so it's quite the opposite. I'm constantly daydreaming. Yeah. When I feel overwhelmed by my senses, I have to isolate myself to shut them down. Honestly, yeah. Yeah, I feel that. I've been sad most of my life. No, I'm pretty happy for the most part. Obviously I get sad, but I haven't felt like depressed in quite a long time, so I think that's good. It's really just my anxiety. I always make sure that my work is well planned and well structured. Yeah, I remember in beauty school I always like I was so well prepared for beauty school. I had all these new notebooks, new pens, new highlighters, you know, like the pastel highlighters so I could make my notes all pretty and stuff. And then everyone else just had like a pen, and like one of my friends didn't even have a notebook. She would just write notes on a scrap bit of paper. I honestly got quite embarrassed over that because I remember thinking, am I trying too hard? Am I too organized? But now I have lots of pretty notebooks with lots of pretty notes. So, oh, okay. Obviously I haven't been diagnosed. I've only ever been diagnosed with anxiety and depression. I haven't been diagnosed with anything else. So this is interesting. As expected, anxiety is pretty high. 60%. That's not as high as I thought it would be. 33% ADHD, 53% OCD, 40% autism, 33% depression, 60% schizophrenia. Okay. It was that freaking feeling like you're being watched all the time question. I betcha, because I said strongly agree for that one. And 40% ADD. So the ones I'm most surprised about are the 60% schizophrenia. Maybe I should talk to a psychologist about that. I don't know. OCD I'm not too surprised on. Like I said, I haven't been diagnosed with OCD, so I'm not gonna start going around saying,
I have OCD because I've got, 53% in the Winnie the Pooh pathology test.
I'm not gonna do that. This sort of stuff interests me immensely because I love psychology. I love learning about human behavior, the brain, and just everything like that. So this is like my shit. I love that stuff. Well, there we have it. If you want to see me do another one on here, let me know. Maybe I can do the Myers-Briggs personality test. I haven't done that before. I also just want to mention that I'm not trying to offend anybody with this video if you have these mental illnesses. And I also want to remind you that if you do this test, that this is not diagnosing you. Please, if you feel like you're not doing so crash hot, then don't be scared to go see somebody. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. Also, you can follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!